Hi, it's Sandy Parker, and welcome to Crafting for Almost Everyone. Today we're going to be going over how you seal wax for the back of envelopes. I hope you'll stay tuned. Well, the lovely people at craftspire.com sent me some of their products to try and to experiment with. And so I've been playing with these, and I think I'm getting to the point where I'm getting pretty good at making seals. So the first thing I want to show you is, let me turn this around because I put it on there wrong, obviously. The first thing I'm going to show you is the box of waxes. They sent me this lovely box with all these different colors of waxes, plus a spoon and some little tea lights to heat the wax with, as well as a stamp and a wooden handle, and 5 of their silver markers. Now, I didn't need 5, but I guess that's how they came. So I was happy to get 5 because, you know, I always forget to put the caps on, or the caps don't stay on, and they go dry. So anyway, I wanted to show you how to use sealing wax and how to color them, just the whole process. The first thing you do, obviously, is you have to light your candle. When you're doing these wax seals, you want to hold your spoon above the light. You don't want to have it right in the flame. You want to hold it above the flame. Not so far above the flame that you don't get any heat, but enough above it that it will heat but not burn the back of the spoon black. Did that make sense? I hope it did. So let's pick a nice color to start with. I think I'm going to start with bright red. It's like a reddish orange color. And I decided that 3 of these little wax pieces is the right number to get a full seal, because what you have to remember is if your design goes all the way out to the edges of the stamp, that you need to make sure that you also get your wax to cover the whole thing. If your design is only in the center of your stamp, then you don't have to go all the way to the edges. But what I've found is I need 3 in order to do that. The other thing I want to do is I want to time this, because I thought it would make sense for us to figure out how long it takes to melt 3 of those. I'm starting a stopwatch so we know exactly how long this takes to melt 3 of them with just a tea light and a spoon. If you have a more intricate setup, then it might not take as long, but we're going with what we have, and I've already put my wax seal in there. I don't know if you can see how far above the candle I'm setting my spoon, but it is about, I would say, about a ½ inch above the flame. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the match that we lit the candle with, and I'm just going to kind of move the wax around. It's kind of like when you melt chocolate and you have to make sure that you stir it every once in a while. You don't have to stir this, but I think it does make it melt faster. I might be lying. That might not have anything to do with it. Maybe it's all in my imagination, and maybe I just like the idea of melting the wax with a little stir stick. You also want to make sure as soon as you put your wax down that you put your stamp into it right away and let it set. I have a piece of marble that was a coaster, and I'm going to use it for my wax because it will cool the wax off faster. Okay, the time it took to melt is 1 minute and 39 seconds. So I'm going to just dump it out onto my, I got a little bit off to the side, which I did not want, but these are the things that happen when you don't pay attention, like I didn't. And you want to kind of try and get as much of that wax out as you can out of the spoon. And then you want to take your stamp and push it into your wax, and hopefully you've covered the whole thing. I'm going to do my wax sealing on a tile, because I think if you do it that way, that you're going to end up with better results in the long run, because if you try and do this on your envelope, you might not have as good a success because of the 2 different you know, you have an upper piece and a lower piece to your envelope, so that you might end up having the lower piece being waffly with your stamp. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm trying to explain it in a way that would make sense, but sometimes I just, you know, can't. Okay, so then when you take it off, you can see that my stamped image is to the side. And let me do some more so we can kind of get a better idea. While I'm melting this, I'm going to color. I'm going to color my flower so you can see how well I did. Now this image has 2 flowers and 3 little dots on either side. And so I think what I managed to do is get part of both flowers, and I didn't get the dots on this side. So if I had to say what this is, I'd call this a fail. But if I hadn't colored it, I would be able to remelt it. I still could remelt it, but it would maybe be silvery, you know, laced with silver, and I don't know if I want that. So I'm going to work on this again. This is not the easiest thing to do, I'll be honest with you, to get a perfect seal every time when your seal stamp goes from edge to edge. It would be a lot easier if you picked a very small centered pattern, because then you only have to worry about that center pattern. I hope that is something that would help you. The nice people at Craftspire also are going to give my viewers a $5 discount with the code Sandy5. That's with a capital S and the number 5, all one word. Sandy5, all one word. And it's $5 off of an order of $40. And let me tell you, it's really easy to get to $40 because there's so many cool stamps that you're going to want to try. Okay, I've got all that ready to go, and I'm going to just dump it on my tile. Maybe I need to have 4 of those little of the little beads. Maybe that's how many it takes. I do not know. Let me do that. There it is. Whoa. You also don't want to wait too long. Push your stamp into your wax. You want to do it pretty rapidly. And then you want to let it set until your wax is set up. Because your wax, when it's in melty form, is not going to let go of the stamp. Once the stamp is set, then it will let go. And because I have it on this cool piece of tile, okay, this piece is the piece that I smeared off to the side. Okay, it looks like I covered all the edges, so let's hope I have a good, oh, I think I did better than usual. Well, I'm pretty impressed. I got to be honest with you. This is probably the best I've ever done. And 3 of the beads did a nice job of giving me the full image. But I will say that this is the first time that I've done this, that I've gotten the whole stamped image and the little dots. There's the little dots on this side, the little dots on that side, and then the second flower, and there are leaves for the flowers. I gotta get those. This is a really pretty stamp. I think if I knew more about what I was doing when I ordered this, I would have ordered a single flower that's in the center, as I said, because I do think that if you have a single flower that's more centered, you would have better results. There's that one. I'm going to try one more, and this time I think I'm going to do 4. I'm going to do the dark purple. They're such beautiful colors, so vibrant and pretty. Love it. When your wax is completely without any little lumps, that's when it's ready. And like I said, I would use either a toothpick or a skewer, or in my case, this little match to get this mixed up, because I do think that makes a difference. And I have not been successful with getting all of the wax out. I don't know if there's a better secret to it. If any of you know, please let me know, because I'd love to be able to get more wax than that. Then let's go for the whole seal. Trying to make sure it's centered well. I did a good job of centering it on that side. Ooh, it looks like I went around the whole thing. I think 4 is too many, because when I did the 3 and press down, I have a nice thickness. It's not too thick, and it's not. I don't think it's too thin either. But we'll see how what you think about having 4 beads, if that makes a difference. And some of the colors, I'll say this, I've melted a lot of the colors, and some of the colors make more of a spread design, and some make it kind of sit in a rounded dome. So I do think it makes a difference the color you're using. As for the way these come out, ooh, this is nice. I think I got it all again. So either 3 or 4. 4 gives you a much larger design. There's my leaves. I really do like these markers. They're very juicy and nice to use. And this is the first time I've had all of the dots. On this one, I think I got 3 of them. On this side, I got 5. Nope, I got all of them on this side. Sorry. I'm missing 1 on this side for some reason. I don't know why. Oh no, I just didn't see it. Jeepers creepers, Sandy. There's the full pattern on this one, and here's the full pattern on the purple. And I don't know if you can see this, but it looks like when I set the stamp down, I picked it up, and that's why there's this little line in the flower. This all takes practice. All I'm saying is, if you want to have a really great end result, I would practice and decide for yourself if you need 3 of the beads or 4 of the beads. And here you can see the difference with the red and the pink. See how the red didn't seem to have as much of a design? That's because most of the design, or most of the stamp, squirted out the side. Can you see that? I have like a big bump on this side. So if I had done a better job of centering my stamp, I think I would have had a better result there. And on the purple, when I was saying that you could use 3 and make it work, the thing that's nice about using 4 is that you definitely get a nice size pool of wax to be able to get a full design. And again, if you went with a smaller design centered, I think that you could probably always do it with 3, because 3 is this one in pink and 4 is the purple. So both of them, you got the whole pattern, but I think you have a better surround on the purple. And one more thing before I go. When you are done with your wax, you need to wipe this spoon out before it dries. Otherwise, you'll probably have to re-melt it. I can't think of an alternative to that, because hot water wouldn't be hot enough to melt that. So you'll probably just need to hold it over a candle again and melt it. There are some really nice systems at craftspire.com that have a little holder that you just put your spoon into it, and it sets it up to the right distance from the wax from the candle underneath. I hope that you enjoyed this, and if you're looking to do some wax sealing, that you'll check out craftspire.com for the $5 off, and because they have so many wonderful stamp options available. And now that you know that a larger design takes more wax, and that the smaller design you'll have a better success with, it would help you to decide which stamps to get. Please give this a thumbs up and subscribe, and please tell your friends about me on social media, because you know I love that. And thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.